Welcome to Conversations with Jen and Mel. This show is about real life with real people, having real conversations, from better health to mental health and more. Let's check out the conversation right now with your host, Jen and Mel.
Welcome to Conversations with Jen and Mel. Today's conversation, I'm not even sure what the topic is, but we are going to discuss a Facebook post. I do not know the young lady's name who posted it. The title of the post is Cold Red Flag at Four Seasons Hotel, Philadelphia. Okay.
At Four Seasons.
All right. Marriage used to be the dream. Now it's given liability. Women aren't racing to the altar anymore because we finally realized that what the ring came with, a lifetime subscription to unpaid labor, emotional neglect, and pretending to be happy while cleaning up after a grown man who thinks taking out the trash is helping. The gag is, marriage has benefited men way more than women. They live longer, stress less, and get a built-in nurse, chef, therapist, and porn star. While most wives are out here aging like bananas in a heat wave from carrying the entire relationship on their back. Women are over it. We're not doing it. Not begging to be chosen, not signing up to raise a man-child in a fitted cap and false confidence. Not shrinking ourselves just to be called wifey by someone who can't even spell emotional intelligence. We don't hate marriage. We just ain't dumb enough to enter into one that looks like a lifetime sentence. If the love doesn't come with peace, partnership, and a man who actually knows how to show up, keep it. We'll be over here choosing soft lives and solo vacations while y'all try to figure out why nobody's applying for the wife position anymore. We retired from struggle love. Y'all can suffer in traditions without us. You say we'll die alone. We say we'll die in peace. That's what y'all saying out here?
Saw a bitter black woman. Ooh!
Okay, she said a lot.
She did. She said, y'all done annoyed me. I'm mad. I'm fed up. I had enough. I'm tired.
She is definitely tired. And I agree with most of what she said, what she is saying. I also did not sign up for the struggle love bus. I didn't want to do that.
So it sounded to me like y'all equating marriage to a pair of pants. I mean,
What you mean?
so what? Whoever she mentioned and whatever she mentioned that she was doing all that for, then. So I thought marriage was supposed to be, like she talked about a partnership in the end. So some way in the world she got away from marriage and partnership, like they couldn't.
But that's what I think she's saying is the traditional marriage that we have talked about in many episodes previously is not what most people are looking for anymore.
So what's traditional?
She said traditional in the sense that the man rules everything and the wife just run around behind him cleaning up the house and don't have a life or a personality and no say in what's going on.
So,
and half the time he cheating.
So hold on. So traditional women don't even exist anymore.
And that's what she's saying.
And so traditional men are few and far between.
That is true. Yes.
Far in between. And so, whew. So what came to my mind is I keep hearing folks say, men aren't manning anymore. Or men aren't menning anymore. Like men don't act like men anymore.
It depends on which one you get.
So that's exactly what I got from I got picker broke vibes. I really did. I really got picker broke.
She's tired and frustrated.
Yeah, her picker been broke. I figured she let too many Pookie and Ray Ray in them.
Yes.
In her life, and picker broke. You know, she just and she may have a type.
She may.
She may have a type, but she keep falling for that same type with the same guy with different fingerprints over and over again. And now she blamed it on the men. But I'm sorry, I know some great men.
Yes.
And so I pick a broke.
And great marriages. We're both married, and we love being married.
Amazing man.
So
maybe my pickup been broke too. Y'all know my story. My pickup been broke. Yep.
I mean, I have to go back.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't feel as if I subscribe to unpaid labor, emotional neglect, or I don't know.
It was a whole lot.
But I know the man she talking about.
I married the man she was talking about the first time. I did that. I understand.
And the whole part about having a built-in nurse, chef, therapist, porn star.
I got it. I get it.
To me, that sounds very... Not saying we don't do all of that, because we do, but I don't feel like I'm carrying my entire relationship on my back.
Okay, so this is one of the things that I can say, and this was something I realized today. And I understood that when you find a man or a man finds you that honors you,
yes,
then those things that you give and more, because there's an exchange made. Because he has honored you and you have seen that you are his priority, and you see that you are his priority. So then you say, in those places of even discomfort, he can be my priority. The least I can do is make his meal. You know, he did A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. The least I can do is clean up his house. You know, and so you'd be like, how can I give back to someone that's given to me so much? And so it becomes an exchange. You know, he keeps the yard clean. I work on the house. He washes the clothes. You know, and so it's an exchange.
But it's always been an exchange, and our relationships are transactional, whether you know it or not.
Yeah, yeah. But then you have women that are so used to what it is that they value. Sometimes we devalue things that are actually very important in a relationship, and we overvalue some other things. Like, okay, well, you'll hear women that'll say, well, he's not home enough, but he's at work all the time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but when he comes home, he wants his meal cooked. He wants the kids asleep. He want A, B, C, D, E, F, and G, but your bills is paid. I'm sorry. But he working his job and yours when it will otherwise be 50-50. And so,
yes. So things have changed from the traditional marriage where the man worked outside of the home and took care of all the financial needs in the home as the provider.
Mm-hmm.
And the wife stayed in the home and took care of all of the emotional needs and needs of the house. Those days have changed. It's been a shift.
Yes.
Not to say that that does not still exist, but most modern women are not interested in that particular type of marriage anymore.
I'm so sorry.
There are some though, and they call that the soft life. What's
the soft life?
When the man is the sole provider and you stay home and cook and make sure his house is clean.
That's just the sold out life. You done sold your purpose. You sold your birthright. You just sold it. You just sold it.
I do not think you sold your birthright if that is your preference.
You have sold your purpose. Like, so you mean that's all you got in you?
However,
I'm sorry. See, I'm modern day. I got the modern day belief system.
For some women, that is their preference. And if that is your preference, I say more power to you. But that is not my preference. That has never been my preference.
And so now when we talk about that, then you know what happens when a divorce happens?
Yeah, she get half, and that's why men don't want to get married. She finna take all your money.
Yep. And then if it didn't last that long,
She still get all your money.
no. You gotta have so many years in.
Are you sure?
Yep, you got. Oh, I just got divorced. He tried to take everything. No, he came from
was trying
mine.
to take
He
everything.
came from mine.
So that's another
You got so
new way
many.
life
You got so many.
where the man gets the alimony. What kind of foolishness?
It was rehabilitative something.
Is that's what they call it?
Shoot, nigga, I need that back with interest right now.
Okay.
Run me mine. Rehabilitative support. That's not gonna rehabilitate it.
How long did you have to pay that?
It took me about a year to pay him off, and I had already paid for his living expenses for another year.
Okay. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yes. So
Yeah, you got so many years before
before what?
they qualify for support like that.
How many is it? 10?
I think it's about 9 to 10 years. Yeah.
Okay. That's interesting.
We got so many years.
Okay.
But no, not really. Let's back to
Back it up. Okay.
back up. And so I really think that that we don't understand marriage. When we talk about marriage in that aspect, we're not understanding what we have too many people that are in relationships that have made covenant with something that they didn't honor or didn't honor them. And so then it becomes slavery. And so from the outside in, it may look a certain way, but when you're in it, then so the way I honor my husband, it's an honor for me to honor him. Because I understand his sacrifices for me. And so now if you're in a relationship, and like I said, I've been here. So if you're honoring someone that has found no honor and no value in you, that's one situation. But see, that has nothing to do with marriage. That has everything to do with your choice. Because, oops, oh my, that was all my fault. I tolerated that crap. So you tolerated that crap. You allowed that. And we talked about boundaries before. You allowed them to step over boundaries and things that you weren't willing to do and compromise you for nothing, where there was no exchange. And so I think that you can't judge what marriage looks like unless you're in it.
Right.
And if you're in it and it's not healthy, then you picked it.
And you can change it.
Yeah, or it change it out.
You can change it or exchange it. I'm not a proponent.
No, I believe in marriage.
I'm not a proponent.
I believe in marriage. 110, I believe in marriage. I really believe in, vowing what you make covenant with. The covenant that you made before God, I believe in making it. I also believe that it shouldn't kill you.
Right.
Mm-hmm. It shouldn't literally be to death do you part. No, nigga, I just died in that. It shouldn't be. I died in that. Yeah.
Yes.
And then over and over and over.
Yes.
And over and over.
So I was born in that generation where those traditional marriages still existed, and that is for the most part, what I was surrounded by.
Mm-hmm.
The men worked. They weren't so emotionally intelligent, as she said. That's a new thing. But they were hard workers and good providers.
Mm-hmm.
I was also blessed to be surrounded by men who loved their wives. So they were not being emotionally abusive or trying to take advantage of the fact that their housewife or wife that was in the role of taking care of the home was meant to feel like she was in slavery.
So so the whole concept sounds like it sounds like bitter baby mama kind of vibes. Like she just bitter. It sounds like she just her picker broke. She had a hard time. I understand.
Yes.
It was her picker been broke for a very long time now. She kissed a lot of toes. I get it.
There's that. And there was a time when people were not marrying for love per se. They were marrying for, I don't want to say the convenience, but
Convenience.
the point of marriage was to have a family and not so much the romanticized thing they married to. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I do. And when to hear it actually articulated is
So, if you think about The Color Purple, I use that example a lot because there's a lot of stuff going on in there. But Mr. Celie was married to Mr. not because they was in love, but because her father said you marry him because he can provide for you and this baby that you carrying. So sometimes
is idolization.
I mean, I think that I definitely was raised up in a time where marriage was very idolized and romanticized. Like it's always gonna be the lilies and the passion of the soap, like how it was happening on the soap operas, where you walk in the door and the music start playing. But that's not the reality of marriage. Every day, not on a daily basis.
Wow. I'm sitting here counting my blessings.
I'm not. What you want to say, Melanie? So I remember having these conversations. This was part of our dinner table conversations. Do you marry for love or do you marry for obligation or arrangement?
So I think that when I think about my grandmothers, I think that they both got married for different reasons. I think that but different but common. Like I think my grandmothers got married, convenience first, love later kind of situation, or almost I could possibly,
see myself loving him one day.
I could possibly this a do. This a do. This a do. And one of my and then so I think they really got married for different but similar reasons. And I just don't want to go into a lot of detail about different but similar. But I think they treated marriage like, I can honestly say my grandmother and my mother's mother, her marriage they were the best of friends. Now he was a ham. Now he was an amazing provider. He would go out and pay cash for cars. I mean, she had her money. She did hair. She had her money was her money. His money was her money. And he took care of the house, freezers packed up, and she wanted for nothing, come home with mink coats and just really took great care of her. And I think it made sense. I mean, it made sense.
But you don't think they was in love?
I think they were in love. And I also
But you don't think it started out in love.
I don't think that at first it started out like, oh wow, this is the one. I think it actually started off. I think my grandmother was actually looking at his friend or something. I think that's how the conversation actually started off with them, and then he came back.
Okay.
And so I think it was actually that was the initial dynamic there. But I think that it worked for them, and he showed her what family was, and they had a lot of obstacles to overcome, but she served him, but serving him also paid off? Did she sacrifice a lot? She did, but she also gained a lot, and so she lived a life of convenience.
And is that the part that people are overlooking? That even though you sacrifice a lot, because I think the men also sacrifice a lot when they're away from the home, trying to be the provider. They are also making a sacrifice.
There's a lot of pressure on that. That's a whole lot of pressure. Just imagine, I hear the woman saying that and having that argument, but just imagine the weight that she carries, having to take care of herself by herself all day, every day. If she don't make it happen, it ain't happening.
Right.
And so just the marriage and being a man and carrying the whole household. Just imagine single mothers out there.
Yeah, he's not carrying the whole household, because in a partnership, the wife is taking care. In that traditional partnership, the wife was taking care of the things at home that he cannot be at home taking care of if he is out working.
But I'm saying financially. I'm saying that even the financial
that's a lot of stress.
That's a lot of stress. So why we're talking about what the woman endured and the woman, but for real, the stress that a man carries being the provider and got a whole household to take care of. That's a lot, especially if he's the only one working in that household.
Yes.
And it's the same for single mothers, of course. But I'm saying, being in a relationship. Now, I'm in a relationship. I'm in a marriage as a man. And I got a whole nother grown person to take care of. And kids to follow. And I'm the only one bringing in. Today, that's a lot. And so while we talking about, that's a lot. And so now while we talking about and minimizing that role, that is some weighty responsibility.
Yes.
Because we're in the Metro Detroit area right now, and I'm back and forth between Wayne County and Oakland County and Muskegon County. And so over here in Wayne County, for a bed is $850. $550 to $850 for a bed. Doggone, for a house. Mm-hmm. What they paying in mortgages over here on this side of the state?
Yes.
So I have someone that purchased a house over here. Their mortgage is almost $1,000 more than my mortgage on the other side of the state for less house, less yard, less. And so don't minimize what he does.
Yes. And if you're seeking that emotional part, the emotional intelligence, hopefully you have someone who wants to learn and grow with you.
Yeah.
That you can have conversations with to change together. That you're not going to stay stagnant in the person you married 20 years ago is not the same person you still have, I hope.
Listen, you definitely have to, and you have to figure out when is the right time to have those emotional conversations. Like you have to figure out your spouse out. Every time is not the right time to have a conversation with a man.
Correct.
They're not like us. We're emotional creatures, and so we're gonna spew out emotion. Like we can roll over in our sleep and have an emotional conversation. I mean, so we have to figure out when is the best time to have a conversation with him in order to get the best version of him.
Yes.
And sometimes it's not the wind down time, the ideal time. Sometimes you need to catch him when you can, and then begin to figure out, okay, did he just call to see what I'm doing? If he called to check on me, he might be wanting to talk right now. He might want to hear what I have to say. Now, if I just call him and interrupted his day, maybe he don't might want to hear about that right now because I just interrupted his day. So we need to figure out the timing to find them emotionally, when they're available emotionally, versus us just spewing out conversations. But anyway, back to the bitter baby mama. And so she had a lot to say. So what did she did? And it was so bad, like about marriage, like it was like torture.
I do think that some women are not getting married, though, for those reasons. But there's still a lot of women who desire to be married.
So even in my first marriage, even though he didn't get none of that back, none of it. It was pitiful. But hold on.
None of what back?
I was okay, and I was so busy with my own life that half of that I didn't even notice. Like, all that she just mentioned.
You didn't notice that he was self-absorbed or not emotionally intelligent?
I had a full life. I had a full life. And so
Okay.
I think, but hold on. I do believe also dysfunction can become your norm.
Yes.
And so I also think about, like we talk about that bar being raised.
I think you notice some things and you ignore it.
And I think that you have to
And it makes it
consider the
easier
source.
because you're busy doing your other things.
Yeah.
That it's not.
Consider the source. So you become ridiculous for trying to, I'm gonna make Sean into John. That's just not gonna work. I can't expect him to act like him. And so I have to understand who I'm working with, what the benefits of them, And so I'm not sure what the benefits of my ex-husband was, but he was definitely a good placeholder. Because I just really don't think he was ready to be husband. That's all. That was a lot. That was responsibility.
Or he was not the husband that was meant for you in the first place.
He probably wasn't meant to be anybody's husband at that time. I don't know about now, but at that time it just probably wasn't his time in life, and I probably should have allowed that season to pass. Yeah, but I was so busy trying to rush the season in my life.
Mm-hmm.
That
that's a whole.
Mm-hmm. I was, and so I allowed him to force it on mine.
Right.
But that's not the objective. The objective is to marry somebody you all have commonalities, that you are like-minded in a lot of areas. The Bible talks about how can two walk together except they be agreed, unless they be agreed. And so we want to find someone that we can agree with on these things. So these are the conversations that we want to have. And these conversations need to be, if you feel that strongly about it, then you have to tell them, listen, I ain't into slavery.
Right.
And so hold on. And so this is a conversation that me and my husband had that he didn't quite understand, but I think he understands it by the by and by. I told him me and my maid, we go together. Me and my housekeeper, we go together. And so she come with me, I come with her. And so he act like he understood. He probably understand better now.
Okay, it's a lot of things that people understand by and by.
On the by and by. And so there's times when my life is so busy that it's like, wait a minute, hold on. And then I like to keep my house like a showcase. And so now he's used to it looking like a showcase. And so when it doesn't look like a showcase, he's like, how did things just get out of order? I'm like, huh? You spoiled. I told you me and my housekeeper go together, and you had me fire her.
Oh my! So that is an ongoing debate in my house. Mm-hmm. I win.
You win.
I win.
Mine's still gone. All right. Stay tuned for more conversations with Jen and Mel.
I hope you enjoyed this episode of Conversations with Jen and Mel. Please join us every Monday at 8 p.m. for new episodes on Facebook, YouTube, Rick.tv, and the Rick TV app by way of Apple TV, Fire TV, and Roku. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Join us again next time on Conversations with Jen and Mel.